and welcome to With Heart. Today we're talking about a look that is everywhere these days. You know what I'm talking about, those beautiful long waves that everyone seems to be wearing in their hair right now. But there's a real technique to getting the perfect wave, and Megan Moore from Moore Hair Design is breaking it all down for us today. And you say curling iron is not just a curling iron in this case.
No, it's not. There's lots of different variations in a curling iron. What it's made from, the heat that it can go to, and of course the size. And you're gonna get a different look with different irons. So you really need to think about what it is that you want the final product to look like, and then you're gonna need to use an iron that coordinates with that.
You have a curling iron over there, the purple one, that is, I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, so this is a unique tool. This is a really deep barrel waver. This one's made by Bedhead, and this is gonna give you a really very pretty S-curve, like a beachy wave. So this is easy to use. This is like beginner level, but it's gonna give you that really pretty beachy wave. This one doesn't have a clamp. This is just a rod or a clampless iron. And this is what I'm gonna use to do the waves on Carly's hair today. And this is a really big size. So you think about, okay, this is a big size. That means I'm gonna get a big curl from this. So it only works with somebody that's got enough hair to wrap around it several times. If your hair's too short, this isn't really gonna work for you.
How do you prevent burning yourself though without the clamp?
You can use a glove. A lot of them come with a glove, and this one does.
Okay.
But once you get the technique down and the hang of it, you really won't need a glove.
Okay, the next one is skinny, but it's oddly shaped.
Yeah, this is called a reverse iron. So it's smaller at the base and then it gets wider as it goes. And this is gonna give kind of a flatter curl at the top, so it's gonna be closer to your head, and then it's gonna move into a bigger wave down towards the bottom. So sometimes people don't want a lot of curl at the top, and so this is kind of a great way to get it. And it's also smaller, so you're gonna get a tighter curl with this one.
Okay, and then the last one is something I definitely have seen before.
Yeah, it's just a flat iron, but there's a lot of ways you can get wave and curl with a flat iron. You just have to practice manipulating it, and it's almost like curling ribbon with scissors. You know how you can pull it across that straight edge, but it makes a curl? It's the same kind of concept. So you can do it with something you may already have at home.
So now Megan is going to show us on our beautiful model Carly how to get those perfect waves.
So with Carly's hair, we're gonna use, this is a 2-inch size wand, and you also wanna remember that the size of the piece of hair you're using is also gonna dictate the size of the curl. So a larger section and a larger wand is gonna give a fuller, bouncier curl. So I'm gonna wrap these sections away from her face, and I'm gonna do that on every single one so that it's consistent. That way the curls will all kind of blend together really nicely. And I don't really section it off either. A lot of times you think you have to do it in small pieces and work really, you know, efficiently row by row. But for a natural look, you can really just grab random sections and you'll get a really relaxed look from doing that.
And clearly a pro. She's not even burning herself.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
You just hold that little end close to the iron, but it doesn't need to go all the way down. With these kind of waves, the straighter bottom really fits with the theme. It doesn't need to be a spiral like Curly Sue all the way down.
Okay, so now we have finished curling, and this is where you do the product.
Right, so let it cool. That's one thing that I think a lot of people miss. So make sure you let it cool so those curls really set in place. And then you can kind of finger through them or brush through them lightly just to soften them up. If there's too many of them, sometimes it looks a little too cutesy.
Right.
So you can kind of use your fingers and kind of section them into, you know, bigger curls. And then finish with your hairspray. And you can really kind of, I like to lift it up and so that it gets some hairspray underneath. And that's gonna give it some really nice hold. And just keep it loose. It doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be touchable and soft, and it'll last you all day. And it'll just get a little more relaxed, and it'll be pretty throughout the day. So.
Well, she looks very va-va-voom.
Doesn't she?
Beautiful, gorgeous. Okay, so for more tips and tricks and information from Megan about how to get this perfect look, head over to withHEART.com. Thanks for watching.